Still in that tiny apartment, Maya? When are you going to grow up and buy a real place? My mom's voice rang across the Thanksgiving table, loud enough that the whole family heard. Aunt Linda didn't miss a beat. Maybe she can't afford anything better. Not everyone can be successful. My cousins snickered. My dad just shook his head, like I'd disappointed him again. I gripped my fork so hard my knuckles went white. That was the moment I decided they needed to see the truth. My name's Maya. I'm 29 years old, and for as long as I can remember, my family has treated me like I'm failing at life. I work as a UX designer for a mid-sized tech company. I do freelance consulting on the side. I've always lived minimally by choice. Small wardrobe, no flashy car, quiet life. But my family never understood that. To them, success meant big houses in the suburbs, expensive cars, constant socializing and showing off. I valued freedom, savings, intentional living. They saw failure. I was the outsider. Never married, no kids, no McMansion with a 2-car garage. They treated me like the struggling single girl who needed saving. Like I was one bad month away from moving back in with my parents. I wasn't loud or showy, but I had something they couldn't even imagine. If you've ever been judged for living life on your own terms, subscribe right now and tell me where you're watching from. I need to know I'm not alone in this. The worst part? I didn't see it coming. A week after Thanksgiving, Aunt Linda's 60th birthday party was at a country club. I pulled up in my Honda. Simple, paid off, runs perfectly. My cousin Jessica parked her brand new Lexus right next to me. She looked at my car and smirked. Still driving that thing, Maya? I thought you'd have upgraded by now. I didn't answer. Inside, the whole family was gathered around Jessica like she'd just won an award. She was showing photos on her phone, her new split-level house in the suburbs. Uncle Ron's voice boomed across the room. Now that's what success looks like. 4 bedrooms, 2-car garage. He turned to me, grinning. What are you in now, Maya? Still that studio downtown? 1 bedroom, I said, and I like it. My mom cut in, her voice tight with embarrassment. She's saving money. She said it like an excuse. Aunt Linda tilted her head, fake sympathy dripping from every word. Honey, you're almost 30. Don't you want stability? A real home? My cousin Brad laughed. I mean, living alone is fine when you're 22, but at your age, it's kind of sad. The table went quiet. Everyone stared at me. Jessica leaned in, her voice sugar-sweet. We just worry about you. You seem so isolated. Then my dad cleared his throat. We've been talking, Maya. If you need help with a down payment, we can lend you something small. Can't have you renting forever. The table murmured in agreement, like they were doing me some huge favor. My face burned. They thought I was poor, that I was struggling. I forced a smile. I'm fine. Really. Uncle Ron leaned back in his chair, patronizing as hell. Pride won't get you a mortgage, sweetheart. I didn't say anything. But right then, I decided. I was going to invite them all over. Let them see for themselves. A week later, I was scrolling through my phone when a group text notification popped up. I'd been accidentally added, then immediately removed. But I saw the messages. Uncle Ron. Family investment meeting Sunday, 3 p.m. at my place. Serious contributors only. Jessica, Brad, and my parents all confirmed. I stared at my screen. Then I texted my dad. What investment meeting? His reply came fast. It's complicated financial stuff. Probably over your head right now. Focus on getting your own situation stable first. I sat there, phone in hand, staring at those words. I had a 6-figure investment portfolio. They knew nothing about it, because they'd never asked. A few days later, my mom called. Let's grab coffee. I want to check in. I met her and Aunt Linda at a cafe downtown. Aunt Linda brought a real estate flyer. She slid it across the table like she was handing me a life raft. "It's a starter home, Maya. You have to start somewhere." I glanced at it. The neighborhood was rough. The building looked like it hadn't been updated since the 80s. My mom added, "You can't be picky. You're single. No second income." "I'm not looking to buy right now," I said. Aunt Linda's voice went soft and condescending. "Honey, renting is just throwing money away. You'll never build equity." People at the next table glanced over. I felt my frustration rising, but I still said nothing about the penthouse. Not yet. Then my mom called again a few days later. "I told Carol's son about you. He's an accountant, very stable. I thought you two could meet." "Mom, I'm not interested. You can't be alone forever, Maya. This is how you end up with nothing." The subtext was clear. You need a man to rescue you financially. Then she added, "Also, can you watch Aunt Linda's dog next weekend? You're free anyway." She just assumed I had no life, no plans. I agreed to dog sit, just to keep the peace. But inside, my resentment hardened into resolve. They were never going to see me clearly, not unless I forced them to. I drafted a text. "I'd love to have everyone over for dinner next Saturday. My place, 7 p.m. I sent it to the family group chat. Silence. Then the replies came. "Jessica, your apartment? All of us?" "Uncle Ron, that's a lot of people for a one-bedroom, Maya." I typed back. "I'll make it work. Please come." My mom, hesitant. "Are you sure?" The subtext screamed at me. "Is your place even nice enough?" "I'm sure," I replied. What they didn't know was that I'd been planning this for years. I'd lived below my means on purpose. No lavish vacations, no designer clothes. Every bonus, every freelance check, I invested it or saved it. I'd been watching the real estate market like a hawk. 6 months ago, I closed on a 2-bedroom penthouse in a luxury downtown high-rise, panoramic city views, rooftop access, concierge service. I didn't tell anyone. I wanted peace. No questions, no jealousy, no drama. But also, I knew one day they'd push me too far. I kept my old mail forwarding, never posted pictures, drove the same car. To them, I was still struggling Maya. I wasn't hiding. I just didn't owe them a show. But now I was ready. I called my friend Tara, the real estate agent who helped me buy the place. She laughed when I told her, "You're really doing this?" "They think I'm broke. They tried to give me a flyer for a condo in a bad part of town." "Oh, this is going to be good." Tara offered to help set up the dinner. She suggested hiring a private chef, not to brag, but to make a point. Meanwhile, the family group chat got more arrogant by the day. Jessica, "Should we bring folding chairs?" Brad, "I'll bring wine." Maya, "Do you have enough glasses?" Uncle Ron, "We'll keep it short. Don't want to overcrowd you." My mom, "Maybe we should just meet at a restaurant, honey." I replied, "No, my place, I insist." The night before the dinner, I prepped the penthouse. Everything clean, elegant, understated. I set the table with simple, expensive dinnerware. Tara arrived with the chef. "You nervous?" she asked. I shook my head. "No, I'm done being small for them." The morning of the dinner, my dad texted me, "We're proud of you for hosting, even if it's humble." I didn't reply. I knew they were coming with pity, ready to pat me on the head. Let them come. Let them see. When the family arrived at the address I sent, Uncle Ron stopped on the sidewalk. He looked up at the building. "Wait, is this the right place?" It was a sleek, modern high-rise. Valet parking, marble lobby. My mom checked her phone. She said Unit 14B. The doorman greeted them with a smile. "Here for Ms. Maya?" "Top floor," Penthouse level. Jessica's face went pale. I opened the door wearing a casual but chic outfit. Behind me, the apartment stretched open, wide living room, wraparound windows overlooking the city skyline at sunset. My family stood frozen in the hallway. Brad's voice cracked. Maya? I stepped aside. Come in. They stepped inside like they'd entered the wrong dimension. Aunt Linda's mouth hung open. Uncle Ron looked around, stunned. You live here? For 6 months now, I said calmly. Jessica scrambled. But how can you afford... I cut her off, my voice steady. I work. I save. I invest. Same as anyone. My mom's voice was barely a whisper. Why didn't you tell us? I met her eyes. Because you never asked. You just assumed. Dinner was served by the private chef. The family ate in stunned silence. Finally, Uncle Ron tried to recover. Well, this is impressive. Must have been a great deal. It wasn't, I said. I paid full price. I could afford it. My dad's voice turned defensive. We were just trying to help. I stood up, calm but firm. No, you were trying to fix me, because you decided I was broken. I looked around the table. You thought living alone meant I was lonely. That being single meant I was failing. You pitied me, excluded me, treated me like a charity case. Jessica's voice was weak. We didn't mean... Yes, you did. I walked to the counter and pulled out a folder. Mortgage documents, investment statements, my freelance portfolio. I slid it across the table. I've been financially independent since I was 25. I've out-earned most of you for years. But you couldn't see it because I didn't perform success the way you wanted. Silence. Aunt Linda's voice broke. We thought... You didn't think, I said. You judged. Uncle Ron's arrogance finally cracked. I didn't know you were doing this well. You didn't ask. You never do. My mom tried to step forward, arms out for a hug. I stepped back. I'm not angry. I'm just done pretending your approval matters. The family left quietly. Some apologized. Some didn't. Jessica lingered at the door. I'm sorry, Maya. Really. I nodded. I didn't say it was okay, just, I hope you mean that. After they left, I stood at the window, looking out at the city lights. Tara texted. How'd it go? I typed back. Exactly how it needed to. I didn't buy the penthouse to prove anything. I bought it because I wanted it. But watching them realize they'd been wrong about me, that felt like freedom. Some family members reached out later. Awkward apologies, requests to start over. I responded selectively, set boundaries. I didn't cut everyone off. But I stopped performing for them. For years, their silence made me feel invisible. Now, it doesn't touch me at all. I finally understood. I never needed their approval. I just needed my own. If this story hit home, I need to hear from you. Have you ever been underestimated by the people who were supposed to know you best? Drop your country or city in the comments. I read every single one, and your story matters. Hit subscribe if you believe living life on your own terms is the real success. Let's build a community of people who don't need permission to be enough. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.